Hello class, in this video I will be showing you how to use fundamental identities along with the complementary angle theorem to find the exact value of a trigonometric expression. Let's begin. Given tangent of 30 is equal to the square root of 3 divided by 3, use fundamental identities and or the complementary angle theorem to find the exact value of, and the first example is cotangent of 60 degrees. Well, what if I told you that the tangent of 30 degrees actually equals the cotangent of 60 degrees? Well, hopefully you believe me, because tangent and cotangent are cofunctions, and 30 degrees and 60 degrees are complementary. So by the complementary angle theorem, tangent of 30 degrees is equal to the cotangent of 60 degrees, which equals the square root of 3 divided by 3. Example B. Secant of pi sixths. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to convert pi sixths to degrees, and I can do that by multiplying it by 180 divided by pi. So secant of pi sixths is the same as the secant of 30 degrees. And since the degrees in the given problem and the degrees in the example are equal, we can use the Pythagorean identity 1 plus tangent squared theta is equal to secant squared theta to find the value of secant of 30. So this is 1 plus the square root of 3 divided by 3 squared. That has to equal the secant squared of 30 degrees. And I'm just going to simplify the expression on the left. I'm going to take the square root of both sides. So the secant of 30 degrees is equal to plus or minus 2 divided by the square root of 3, which is equal to plus or minus 2 square root of 3 divided by 3. Now I'm going to disregard the negative solution because theta is 30 degrees, which is less than 90. So when an angle is less than 90 degrees, all of your trig values will be positive. So in this case, the secant of 30 degrees is equal to 2 times the square root of 3 divided by 3. And finally, we want to find cosine squared of 60 degrees. Now, since the angle is 60 degrees and the angle in the problem is 30 degrees, we might be using a complementary angle theorem somewhere along this journey. So I'm actually going to start with the fact that secant of 30 degrees is equal to 2 divided by the square root of 3. And by the complementary angle theorem, this implies that the cosecant of 60 degrees is also equal to 2 divided by the square root of 3. The reciprocal of cosecant is sine, so this implies that the sine of 60 degrees is equal to the square root of 3 divided by 2. So this is true by the Complementary Angle Theorem. And then this is true by the reciprocal identity. And now we can use a Pythagorean identity to find out what cosine squared is. We can use the Pythagorean identity sine squared plus cosine squared is equal to 1. So we know that sine of 60 degrees is the square root of 3 divided by 2. And then this implies that 3/4 plus cosine squared theta is equal to 1. And so that cosine squared, it's not theta, it's 60. This implies that cosine squared of 60 degrees is equal to 4/4 minus 3/4. So cosine squared of 60 degrees is equal to 1/4.